Okay, we ready?
Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We're back in Middle Earth, and we're back on Miss Medrielle, who, after learning more about the fate of the Fellowship, now needs to go and scout. I'm on him. You're not going to get there from this direction. Although, really nice rubble. I imagine the place was pretty spectacular at one point. We need to go this way. Yes, I see footprint. I think that was from the session play we did last summer. It led to the session play, I should say. Where are we going? This one's going to take me a minute to remember. I think we need to go up this way. And there are some very ancient, very dirty stone stairs. Yeah, nobody's been here in a while. Except animals. Mostly animals. Since the orcs would be... You have come to the tree-clad slopes of Amon Hen. It says climb and stand at the seat of seeing. I feel like we get to keep going up, so that's what we're going to do. Also see somebody there. We'll take care of that on the way back down. I guess if you're going to lead somebody somewhere, the best way to do it is with the architecture and landscape. And we have reached the seat of seeing. Look across the river at Amon Law. You see distant fires and camps of the orcs on Amon Law. A great force gathers there. That says we need to talk to Ramdir about it. There's not much left of this place. Hard to tell even what it was for. Although from the bits left, it was probably pretty grand. Now, I noticed on our way here, somebody that appeared to be in a bit of trouble. Or maybe they're not in trouble at all.
Psst. Yes, you there. Now, do not look at me.
These orcs are dim-witted, but even they will notice if they see you speaking to the air. I have many skills for the finest burglars, but I cannot make myself entirely invisible. I am skilled, but not as skilled as that. Medrielle coos to herself quietly, then goes on. My friend, Drafty Broadshield, has gotten himself captured by the orcs here on this hill. They have him in a cage a little further up, and I am stealthily keeping an eye on him by hiding in plain sight. They have not yet noticed me. Defeat some of the orcs and orcs on one hand, if you're climbing the hill anyway. When it is time to make my move and rescue my friend, it will be a great help to have fewer of the creatures to cut through. I could get in and out sneakily, of course, but Drafty is not the quietest of dwarves. How many dwarves are actually quiet at this thing? I know my dwarf was never quiet. Gorman's certainly not quiet. The Sora is certainly not quiet. So, I guess, yeah, that sort of makes sense. Alright, I should have taken her quest before we went up, but we still would have been short a few orcs. Well, fortunately for us, finding orcs is not a problem. And killing them even less so. Alright, so it says go talk to Medrielle again.
I know you defeated orcs on Almond Hen. You were loud enough.
Nay, do not tell me. I know you defeated orcs on Almond Hen. You were loud enough to tell anyone nearby what you were doing. It is fine, though. I'm glad you were so loud for letting me sneak around some more. You were the perfect distraction. I like that in a Runekeeper.
Did you see the cage where those orcs are keeping Drafty imprisoned?
Did you see the cage where the orcs are keeping Drafty imprisoned, Medrielle? It is further up the hill. Just follow the cliff wall south and east from this position until you see the orc camp. You can follow the large spike post, like those two here, until you find it. They lead right into the camp. I have something I want you to give to Drafty. Medrielle removes a small wooden figurine from the recesses of her clothing and presents it to you. It is a carving of a heroic figure holding aloft a sword in one hand, wearing a round shield on his other arm. Hand this to him through the bars and speak these words to him. Get it back, and you will never know fear again. He will understand the message. Repeat it back to me so I know you have the words just as I told them to you. You speak the words back to her, and Medrielle smiles. Very good. This figurine and the message will help Drafty through his imprisonment. I am sure of it. Words of encouragement. So, we must go back up there. If I'd known. But we're to go up there, find the door, give him words of encouragement. Why don't we just get him out of there while we're at it? I mean, really, just do this. I guess that wouldn't be as compelling a quest chain, would it? So, he's in this camp somewhere. Was it down there? Ouch. Yeah, all the white hand banners, yeah, most definitely. This would be our door.
Are you here to get me out of this cage? No? Then what good are you?
Dropsley's annoyed expression changes into one of puzzled confusion as you pass him the wooden figure that Madel asked you to give him, and you speak the message she gave. He looks at you in silence, then down at the figure in his hand and back up at you. What in the name of Dorn the Deathless am I supposed to do with this? And what is Madel talking about? I have to get it back? What? Thunderclouds cross his face as Dropsley thinks. At last he seems to come up with something. I think there may have been 2 of these wooden figures. Madel wants me to come back with the other one, I suppose. Maybe she's waiting to spring me from this cage until she gets her other carving back. That is probably it. She's a strange one. I've never understood burglars. Slay orcs on this hill until you find this figure's companion. Bring it back to me when you do. I'm ready to be out of this cave. You're starting to think there is no other figurine.
What? No sign of the other wooden figurine?
What was Madel talking about? This is horrible. Cut my beard and call me an elf. Present company accepted, friend. But you know what I mean. I will never get out of this cage. Some dwarf I am. Dropsley is now more dejected than he was before. He looks at the wooden figurine you still hold, and its heroic pose seems to sink him further into despair. Look at that little hero, Medrielle. He would not let himself be put in this situation. Oh, it's useless. Go back and tell Madel we were not able to get her other figurine, and I'm going to stay in this cage forever. She wanted him to... Well, okay, I won't spoil it. I know what she means, though. And he's a dwarf, and being a dwarf, he's a bit thick-headed. Ouch. Hello.
Some captain I turned out to be.
You hand the figurine back to Madel and tell her what had transpired. What? Oh, that is not what I wanted at all, Medrielle. He was supposed to look at the heroic figure and remember how important he is to our companion. He was supposed to be reminded of his own heroic deeds. I just wanted him to gain back his confidence. Madel looks glum. Some captain I turned out to be. I cannot inspire people the way Hestel does, or even the way that Warden of Minas Ithil seems able to inspire folk. Oh yes, I am a captain at heart. I only began to study the art of burglary recently, but sadly it seems I am better suited to being a burglar than a captain. Thank you for trying, Medrielle. Perhaps I will redeem myself when we are finally able to free Dropsley. I guess that's enough for now. Let's see. I might actually use that. Alright, so now we need to go back to talk to the elf friend there. Or I think, no, it might be a man, not an elf. I don't think we can fall that distance and survive it. I'm going to take a little bit of a shortcut there. Oh, still way too far up. Okay. Oh, there's a difference between going crack and ending up in the nearest resurrection circle. And that was a distance that would have put us And the nearest resurrection circle. Now this is fine.
It is as I feared, then. There are more orcs on Amon Law.
It is as I feared then. There are more orcs on Amon Law to reinforce the creatures that have already crossed the river. We cannot stay here. I need to convince Heskel that she and her friends need to move again.
I have a request. I want to see the Argonaut.
Before I prevail upon Heskel to get her band of adventurers moving, I have a request, Medrielle. I wish to see the Argonaut. The pillars of the king stand in the cliffs north of here. It would mean a great deal to me to see them. I will meet you in their shadow, and we will speak again. Alright, so... guess we've done that. What's this? Everything has gone wrong today. What is a hobbit to do? It's a session play, and one where we get to play as Samwise Gamgee. Well then, now that we've helped those out again, let's do this.
Those footprints are hobbit-sized. What became of our mutual friends on that dangerous day?
Not that we really need to do this, but we're going to go ahead and lock our quick slot bar. So Samwise only has one skill. It's called Hobbit Sense. Why do you look so worried, Sam? You heard what Aragorn said. Frodo is just going to think about what to do for an hour. Then he'll come back and we'll all set off in whatever direction he's decided. We got a job to do after all. I'm sure Frodo will come up with something. We will go wherever Frodo goes, won't we, Sam? That's what we decided, even before we knew the forest land through which his road would take him. But nothing has changed, has it? That is my vote as well, but if Frodo chooses otherwise, I will go with him. I will follow Frodo no matter his choice. It would be a betrayal to do anything else. It would be, but if we deserted him... But I propose something different. I think Frodo should go east with 3 companions, myself, Gimli, and Sam. Boromir should return to his own city with Legolas and Meriadoc and Peregrine. What? No! I know it isn't easy for your friends to hear, Sam, but I think it's the best course. Frodo has probably come to the same realization that both ways are desperate. He may, in fact, be trying to decide which way is more desperate, in order to make his choice more clear. You think Aragorn may not fully understand your master, and apologetically tell him that Frodo probably has no intention of going to Minas Tirith at all. He intends to go east to Mordor, but he's afraid for those of the company that go with him. You may be right, Sam. The hour is just about up. We should call for him. Boromir has returned from wherever he has gone. Boromir, where have you been? Have you seen Frodo? Well, yes and no. I saw him a ways up the hill, and I urged him to come with me to Minas Tirith. I grew angry, and he vanished. I have never seen anything like it. Is that all you have to say, Boromir? How long has it been since you saw him? It's been a half hour, perhaps, or maybe an hour. I do not know. I do not know. Wait, who am I staying with? Boromir. I do not know. Sam, stay with... Okay, we're staying with Aragorn. We must not get separated. Hold on a minute, Sam, you say to yourself. This is time for plain old Hobbit sense. Frodo can't fly, he has no gear, so he needs to get back to the boats. Alright, hold on. We need to get rid of this. Let's see, it's a control, backslash, and So, we need to move fast. And then go back to the boat. Aragorn's gonna freak out when he figures out he lost Sam. One of the boats is missing. Frodo has already taken it. Frodo appears before you. He is wearing the ring and now he has removed it. Sam, what a nuisance you are. Don't you know you can't swim? What would you have done if I had not grabbed you? He shakes his head in an exasperated way. Sam, I need to go onto Mordor alone. It's the only way. You refuse to be left behind, to Frodo's growing consternation. Do not hinder me, Sam. The others will be back soon, and if they catch us here, they will make us explain and argue, and I will not be able to resist. If we are going, we have to go now. Frodo laughs. Oh, Sam, you have spoilt my plan, but I am glad of it. We were meant to leave together. That much is clear to me now. Let us be off. Complete at the instant. The two hobbits. I think that actually closes out those session plays. We've learned what happened to Boromir. We've learned what happened to Merry and Pippin. And now we know what happened to Frodo and Samwise. And we think we know what happened to the other three, but of course we don't. And we'll head back to this camp. Next time, well, we'll pick up helping out these fine folk. But until then, bye for now.